Okay, Chase, here is your video. I'm going to try to get this up before the Super Bowl here. Good job. What nice change with the hand. That's a decent movement. I mean, when you had your hand coming off the side of the ball, you had to turn your hand to get into this position. I'm talking about the throwing hand, remember? You have to turn the hand to get into that position, so you might as well just start in that position and start pulling the elbow up. Start pulling the elbow back behind your back a little bit to get some horizontal abduction. Pull it back, and your hand is in a great position. Look at how low your hand is. You're not even near throwing yet, and you're just about to put down. So that's actually a great position for your arm to be in. And when you land the foot, we have a little trouble here bracing up. So look at how much your front knee drifts here. You don't get that power from the back side here. You just kind of put down, and you're still on the ground back here, which means that you're gonna tuck your foot under your knee and not extend that foot out there more. So once you're able to extend that stride, you're really going to see a tremendous amount of power and speed, because what that's going to do is it's going to lower your center of gravity. So, for instance, if I took an angle of measurement here, let me just do this first. I'll give you two perspectives here. 49 degrees off, that's called back leg abduction. Maybe you're about 52 degrees off there. And now let's take it from here, this foot to this foot. Try to get you right in the middle there. And I'll try to get right in the middle of your body. About 88 degrees. So what I'm saying is, if you're able to power out of that back leg more, and over time, again, and these are long-term goals, what happens is this foot comes out to that line, and in the process of that happening, you lower your center of gravity. So your angle here is at 97. We want a bigger angle. Okay, we want you bound, we want you in the 100s. Okay, that's going to get the foot out there. That's going to get the knee behind the foot. It's going to brace you up, and then it's going to catapult you over that, and that's going to get this elbow to get up towards your ear instead of everything. See how everything is sinking down? The front leg is just drifting and sinking, so your angle here at your front leg is actually a pretty small angle, about 105. So we want to see this in here more. Again, like we want to see a bigger angle. We want to see something in the 120s, 130s. And that'll happen when the front foot gets out here, because that'll push the front foot out away from the knee, and the knee will be behind. So the idea is to get linear power from the back side and the front side. Linear going this way, linear going this way. That pushes the power up, and that thrusts the chest out, and it actually will lift you a little bit. The back power from the leg will actually lift the hips up to plant the foot out here further, if you know what I mean. So what's going on here is, in this video, you're putting the foot down, but you're putting the foot down and not really getting too much explosiveness here, so the knee is just going to turn over, and it's going to extend, but it's going to extend too late. You've already put the foot down. When we're in this position here, this is when we want the front foot to come down. Okay, so that's going to swing those hips open fast, and that's going to catapult this trunk. It's going to throw the arm back, and then the arm's going to come flying forward at a high speed. So we're still going to work on lower leg power, some flexibility in the hamstrings, the glutes, the quads, the hips. All that's going to help. Again, these are long-term goals, so this is not something that I'm expecting you to get overnight, but look at how quickly you were able to fix the hand in just a couple throws. So I hope you're able to do some of that work this week, taking the ball out of the glove with the fingers on top, and then leading with the elbow like you do. You don't even have to change anything with the arm, okay? Don't even change anything with the arm. So the problem here now, you still have a slightly low elbow. Okay, wait, I'm taking that wrong. That's the wrong measurement. It's got to go this way. So you're still kind of low. You're just about under 70. We want to get that elbow up here, and that's going to come too when you land that front leg, and this leg is braced up better in a much more linear angle. I mean, let's say you're in the 120s. All right? That's going to push your hips up because you have to throw over, a straighter leg. So watch, the body will just continue to move forward. You see how the front hip here never stabilizes. The hip complex never stabilizes. It never, gets solid and strong to allow this part of the hip to swing open at a high speed. And that when that happens, then the body thrusts forward, and the shoulder will come down, and this shoulder will come up, and it'll get above your ear. All right, so we got to work on some power from the back, power from the front side, and everything else looks real good. I mean, we still could work on some early momentum here. We still can work on some early momentum. Let's see how we get off that line. By the time you break your hands, have you gone anywhere? Not terribly. Not terribly. So we'll still work on some coordination with that. I have some drills. Now, these are things that we'll do every day, but there's only one thing that I want you to work on throughout the week. For this week, you're just going to master getting that hand in this position and pulling that arm up from the elbow, getting that nice flex you could do right there. If you can even work on lifting that elbow a little bit more, that'll help. See if you can get some more flexibility there. That will definitely help. Okay, in the lessons, we're going to work on some leg power, and we'll work on how to get that first movement a little bit better so that you're moving down the mound faster. I like the way you stay closed off. You're nice and coiled. You have a good flex here. Just a little high with the center of gravity. So, again, when we're working on leg power, we're working on squatting so that we're getting that squat sitting down feeling rather than the knee coming out here. So you have a little bit of that knee flex. It looks good. And over time, we'll get a little bit more. Okay, but for now, breaking the hands out of the glove right with the fingers on top of the ball, pulling up, working on getting that elbow up into a better position. And, of course, we're going to work on the lower body getting linear and more, braced up here in the front so we can really push power. I mean, you're probably throwing this ball pretty hard, Chase, but you could throw this ball a lot harder had you been able to brace up this leg and get it into a linear position to stabilize this hip. And once that front hip gets stabilized, the back hip will slam open, and you'll get some nice trunk flexion. So because of that weak front leg, look at how much I'm going to draw a line up here from your front of your knee. See, in this position, power pitchers already have their chest either at this line or over that line. They're already over their knee. But again, their knee is somewhere back here. So it's a lot easier. And you'll get it. It's just a matter of time. How do you get that throwing arm? You still get your chest out over your knee, even though it's so bent. So you still are generating some good power. All right? So that's what you got to work on this week. Pulling the ball out of the glove, fingers on top, flexing the elbow, and getting that elbow to try to get up to that height where it is right now on a consistent basis. And then once we learn how to power out from this leg and brace up this leg and get out further, you'll see a lot different trunk reaction, and you'll see a lift here, and the arm will sling up over that ear in a downward plane. But I've got some drills to help you out with that for next week, okay? All right, hope that helps you out. Work hard on your handbrake and your finger position on the ball, okay?